Modern tarps tear, crack and fail far faster than people expect. The plastic becomes brittle in sunlight, the grommets rip under tension, and honestly, one sharp edge is enough to ruin the entire sheet. Yet long before lightweight camping tarps flooded the market, builders, haulers, and outdoor workers relied on a recycled material that still outperforms most store-bought options today. That material is discarded billboard vinyl. Billboard vinyl is not fabric in the traditional sense. It's actually a heavy PVC-coated sheet designed to survive months or even years outdoors, fully exposed to sun, wind, rain, dust, and temperature swings. Unlike consumer tarps, which are made thin to reduce cost and weight, billboard vinyl is engineered to remain dimensionally stable, waterproof, and tear-resistant under constant stress. Once its advertising life ends, the material is usually removed intact, creating a massive supply of nearly indestructible sheets that are often thrown away or sold cheaply. What makes billboard vinyl so effective as a tarp replacement is, well, its construction. It consists of a dense polyester mesh core that's fully encapsulated in flexible PVC. This creates a sheet that just does not fray, does not wick water, and does not weaken when folded repeatedly. Rain doesn't soak in or seep through. Water beads, runs, and sheds cleanly, even during prolonged storms. Unlike woven polytarps, there are no open fibers to stretch or split once the surface is compromised. Sun exposure is where billboard vinyl truly separates itself. Standard tarps fail primarily due to UV damage. The plasticizers evaporate, the sheet hardens, and cracks form along stress points. Billboard vinyl is UV stabilized by design. It's expected to face direct sunlight day after day without losing flexibility. This makes it ideal for long-term outdoor use, such as roof covers, firewood shelters, animal enclosures, rain flies, and ground moisture barriers. Wind resistance is another critical advantage. Cheap tarps, well, they act like sails. Their thin material flaps violently, tearing at the corners and, at the grommets. Billboard vinyl, on the other hand, has weight and stiffness that really dampen movement. When it's properly tied or clamped, it stays quiet and stable, even in strong gusts. This reduces fatigue damage and, honestly, dramatically extends the lifespan. Waterproof performance is honestly absolute. There are no pinholes, no weave gaps, and no coating that can peel away. Even under standing water, the material remains completely impermeable. This makes it ideal for situations where failure would cause real damage, like covering stored tools, protecting earthen walls, or diverting runoff around foundations and camps. Another overlooked advantage is, thermal behavior. Thin tarps transmit cold quickly and trap condensation underneath. Billboard vinyl, thanks to its thickness and density, slows temperature exchange. This reduces condensation drip in shelters and keeps stored materials drier over time. In survival or off-grid setups, this difference, honestly, matters more than most people realize. Handling and modification are also easier than expected. Billboard vinyl cuts cleanly with a sharp blade and can be folded, rolled, or layered without cracking. Edges can be reinforced by folding over and riveting, stitching with heavy thread, or clamping between wood strips. Because the material does not unravel, raw edges are not a problem. Eyelets can be added where needed, rather than relying on factory grommet placement. One of the most practical uses is replacing roof tarps entirely. Over temporary shelters, sheds, or wood stacks, billboard vinyl lasts multiple seasons where standard tarps fail within months. It resists punctures from branches, abrasion from roof edges, and wear from repeated handling. When removed, it can be reused again and again without losing integrity. There is also an environmental benefit. Billboard vinyl is difficult to recycle through conventional systems and often ends up in landfills. Repurposing it extends its useful life by years or decades. For anyone focused on low-waste living, preparedness, or practical reuse, it represents one of the highest value recycled materials available. The only real drawback is weight. Billboard vinyl is heavier than consumer tarps. This makes it less suitable for ultralight backpacking, but, far superior for stationary or vehicle-supported setups. That extra weight is precisely what gives it strength, wind resistance, and durability. In practice, once billboard vinyl is used, returning to standard tarps feels like a downgrade. The silence in wind, the complete waterproofing, and the lack of constant repairs really change how outdoor covering is approached. Instead of planning for failure, the focus shifts to proper installation and long-term use. For shelters, storage, construction, or survival use, this discarded industrial material quietly outperforms most modern alternatives. It was never meant to be disposable, and it shows. When durability matters more than branding, billboard vinyl stands as one of the most effective waterproof tarp materials available. If practical, forgotten materials and old-world durability matter, explore more guides like this, share them with others who value long-lasting solutions, and subscribe for deeper breakdowns of materials that outperform modern throwaway gear.